Hi, everybody, and happy Halloween. One of my favorite parts about Halloween time is actually dressing up. Even if I have nowhere to go, I think it's really fun to dress up and bring your own kind of flair to a costume. Dressing up like a person that you admire or even like an animal or something can be really fun to kind of embody those qualities. So that's one of my favorite parts about Halloween. So I thought I'd tie that into class today a little bit with the practice of eagle pose. And we'll be just kind of thinking about how an eagle moves, how it perches, maybe other qualities that an eagle might um, take. So let's get started. Let's start by just sitting up tall. Let's do a quick body check-in. You can walk your feet out a little bit wider if you'd like. Sometimes that can feel nice to just have a little wider base. Taking a big breath in to lengthen your back. And a full breath out to root. Noticing what's touching the ground, what's touching your chair. Let's take another inhale. Big breath out. And one more inhale. Lengthen the back, reach up through the top of your head. And exhale, letting go. Softening, rooting, grounding. For these first few moments of practice, I'll invite you to bring awareness to what is touching the ground. Maybe your feet, even if your feet are propped up on something, noticing that connection. Notice the pelvis, the sitting bones, those bones that you sit on. Maybe feeling into that by leaning a little forward or a little backward, maybe even side to side. Just letting the pelvis get a little bit heavier, a little more weighted feeling. Connecting with the earth. Earth element, grounding, rooting, steady, solid. Let your next inhale bring this sense of water, flowing inhale and flowing exhale. Your breath might even encourage a little more length in your back, a little more space through the center of the body. You might even feel your breath kind of expand your belly as you inhale, softening. And as you exhale, feeling the belly button tug back towards the spine a bit. Inhale, belly expands. Exhale, belly draws back in. Notice the space at the sides of your neck, lengthening there a bit more. Notice the shoulder blades rolling down the back. You might even lift the shoulders up towards the ears for a moment, and then shrug them back down just to soften, reground. Let your next inhale float your arms up, sweeping arms overhead. And exhale, lower the hands back down. You might flip your palms down towards the ground. Let's do this a couple more times and really sensing this kind of floating or swimming-like sensation of the arms up and the arms down. You're swimming, moving through water. Another way to think about that is like a helium lifting your arms up as you inhale. And the helium releases and floats the arms back down. Taking a couple more rounds of this, just simple gesture of connection to the breath, or in yoga we call that vinyasa, movement with the breath. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down. And this vinyasa is a really nice way to build a stronger mind-body connection. It's creating this relationship of your mind and your physical body. Last rise, let your arms float up. Bring the palms together this time and slowly lower your hands to your heart center. Letting the center of the chest lift towards the thumbs, feeling this gentle lift of the heart, almost like an offering of the heart to your practice. You're here. Letting this practice be one of presence. Just again and again, reconnecting to what's here. Let's gently bring the hands onto the shoulders and then start to circle out your elbows. So for any reason why the hands don't feel right on your shoulders, you can just move your shoulders as they are, just shoulders up towards the ears and then down. And I've started circling forward. If you are moving backward, that's fine. We're just gonna move in the other direction here in a moment. Really exaggerating. So we'll take things pretty slow today, thinking about slow-mo movement of your shoulders. Let's move in the other direction. A few circles here. And feel free to add that vinyasa in at any point. So inhaling up and exhaling down. Or maybe your breath moves in a different pattern. Just noticing. That's the most important. No need to label or judge anything. Just notice. All right, let's come back through the center. Let your hands down to your sides. Just feeling a little bit of energy down through the fingertips here. Maybe wiggle the fingers out a little bit even. And then drop one ear over towards that same shoulder. Reach a little bit more through those fingers that are opposite. Waving that hand that I'm talking about. Just lengthening through the side of your neck. You might even choose to flip your palm back and forward a couple times, just kind of sensing what arises there. Does it feel interesting? Does it feel painful? If you're experiencing pain, I would refrain from doing that motion that causes that. If you want to play around with where your head is, where your gaze is, you can look down, turn the chin down, look up. Letting this be like a exploration of movement here. Space in the side of the neck, space in the shoulder, movement of the shoulder even. Eventually meet back in the middle and just bring the head back up in a controlled way and switch sides. Extend the other arm down. Drop your ear over to the other shoulder. Just take a few breaths here, moving your hand, moving your arm, your shoulder. Maybe move your head. Feeling into your body. What sensations are coming up for you here? Okay, so let's come back through the middle. Nice slow release back up. Take a big breath in, full breath out. Let one of your thumbs come out in front of you, so like a thumbs up here. And slowly start to open your hand out, just opening one finger at a time. Really stretching through each finger as you open. Let your fingers flex back towards your arm. And see if you can keep your chest forward a bit. It's okay if the right side opens a little. Just kind of feeling into sensation along the inside edge of your arm. Maybe your wrist, maybe your hand and fingers. On your next exhale, slowly curl in the pinky, the ring finger, middle finger, and pointer back through the middle. Exhale, lower the hand down, and inhale, other side up. Open up slowly, one finger at a time, really stretching through the hand, through the fingers, and reaching back. Fingertips can flex back towards the arm, chest is lifted, feet are pressing down, breath is steady. Let's slowly come back through the center. One finger at a time. Nice. Lower that hand, exhale. Let's bring both up this time. So same thing with both hands. Pointer finger opens, middle finger, ring finger, and finally pinky. Stretching back. Lift your chest. Maybe even shrug the shoulders up for a moment to feel that length through the sides of the body, and then re-soften as you offer the heart. One more inhale. Slowly closing. Pinky, ring, middle, pointer, and this time thumb as well. Let's bring the fists to face down and just take a little bit of rocking of your fists. Moving the wrists here, you could even take them in circles. Having your arms out like this is strengthening for the shoulders and the upper arms. If you want, you can bend your elbows and kind of relieve some of that. So I'm feeling some heat building up in that space in my body, so I'm gonna lower. All right, let's let the hands go. Maybe shake them out a little bit. Just kind of release some tension there. Okay, big breath in here. Big breath out. All right, stretch the arms out into a T. Take a big breath in, broaden across the collarbones. Cross one arm under the other. So just noting which arm is on the bottom. Give yourself a big hug here. This is eagle arms. If you'd like, you can bend, you can release your arms and wrap them, bringing the fingertips into the palm. So that's an option. Let's give you a view of that from the side. Just feeling that space between the shoulder blades of lifting up of the fingertips. If your hands are unraveled, draw your elbows away from your body. Breathe here, maybe even shrug the shoulders up, make some space, and then re-soften shoulder blades on the back. Unravel slowly, stretch your arms out. Let's do the other side. Remembering which arm was on the bottom. Actually, I don't remember. So it's okay if you forget. You probably will notice once you're moving into this shape, which side feels a little more open. So it's Something I really like doing here, if you're taking the hug variation, is just to kind of move a little bit within that. Like you're giving someone like a nice big squeeze. Just a little bit of movement here to move the spine. Can also be thought of like a slow dance in some sense, just sort of slowly swaying. Feeling space up between the shoulder blades. Come back through the middle. Inhale all the way up into that space between the shoulder blades. Exhale, release down to your root. Unravel your arms, stretch out. Lower your hands down. Bring your hands to the tops of your thighs, all right? So we're gonna do a little sun salutation here. Feet are planted, chest is lifted. This is our mountain pose. So we're super strong, super steady here. A little bit of a hugging in of the belly to stay connected to the core. But sweep the arms up, take an inhale. As you exhale, fold forward. Hands can come to the thighs, or you might reach down towards the ground, depending on how far you want to fold. Cobra, let's lift halfway and look forward. So this is like a squeezing of the shoulder blades together. I like hands on the knees for this, a little bit of a back bend, arching your back, hips are heavy. Release back into your fold, let your spine release, let your head drop. And then press the feet down, lift the chest all the way up. So you're back in an upright position. Let's round the back for a cat pose. Feeling like a beach ball coming in towards the belly. And then inhale, arch your back, look up. Kind of like cobra, but we're in more upright position. A little more space for arching. Exhale to round once more. And one more, cow pose. Arch your back, look up. Come to a neutral place here, bringing one knee in towards the chest. So you can hold to the back of the leg or the front. Inhale. Exhale, bring the foot down. And take the other leg, inhale. Exhale, bring it back down. Sweep your arms up, inhale. Finishing the cycle, exhale, hands to heart center. Good. So that is our sun salutation sequence for today. Let's do that 2 more times. So feet press down, inhale, float the arms up like you're swimming, dive forward. Hands onto the thighs, fold as much as you'd like. Inhale for cobra, look forward, elbows hug in, chest reaches forward, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and fold, exhale. Inhale, come all the way up, hands stay on the knees, on the thighs. Let's round into cat, belly button, so belly button back towards the spine. Inhale, arch the back, shoulders soften down, offer the heart. Exhale for cat pose, imagining like a scary Halloween cat, rounding, arching. And inhale, look up. Come back to a neutral place here. Hug one knee in towards the chest. Exhale, lower it back down. Other leg, inhale, bring it in. Exhale, bring it down. Sweep your arms up, inhale. Hands to heart center, exhale. All right, one more here, inhale. Arms up. Exhale, fold. Any amount. Hips are heavy in your chair to stay grounded. Look forward. Arch your back for cobra. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sit up. Hands on the thighs. Round your back for cat pose. Inhale, arching, look up. Offer the heart. Exhale, round. And inhale to cow pose. Look up, lengthen up through the armpits. And neutral. Hug one knee in towards the chest. Inhale. Exhale, bring it down. And inhale, other side. Bring it in, holding onto the back or front of the thigh or front of the leg, shin. Stretch your arms up as you inhale, finishing this last cycle. Hands to heart center. Good. Pausing here, a couple breaths. Just honoring you showing up to this practice today. You just moved a lot, feeling into that, any sensation that you're experiencing here, maybe an increase in your heart rate, maybe a quickening of your breath. Open your eyes if they're closed. Let's cross one ankle over the opposite thigh, so like a figure four pose. Legs are in this kind of four shape. Hands can be on your hips here, or you can bring them onto the side of your chair. Feel free to roll out your ankle a little here. I really like doing that in this shape. Just feeling into the hips. If your leg feels really, really tight here and you want a little support, holding your knee in your hand can be really helpful. That can also help with kind of keeping this connection of your thigh bone into your pelvis. So instead of pulling apart, we're feeling this connection, union of parts of the body. Let's slowly release this side. Absolutely no rush. You can let that foot come back down and switch to the other leg. Taking a couple breaths here, finding a good place for your hands, maybe supporting the knee or somewhere else. Connect to your breath. One more inhale. Exhale, slowly unravel. Bring the soles of the feet back down, lift the chest, and then reach up through one side of your body. Stretch up. Gently lean over, finding length and lift as you lean, any amount. Gently come back through the center. Stretch your arms up if that feels right for you, and switch hands. Lean over with your length that you found. Gently come back through the middle, and let's start a little flow here. So you can inhale over to the side, exhale back up through the center, and inhale to the other side. Or you might find a little more of a continuous flow right through the center. That's fine too. Just kind of moving in a way that feels good for you. Focusing on spacious side of the body. Making some space in the sides of your body. Hips stay grounded, feet are rooted, earth connection, steady, solid, grounded. The breath is flowing like water, fluid movement. Center of the body is sturdy. Let's come back to that place, the center of your body, this upright position. You might even place your hands right over the belly for a few moments, just sensing this central point of your body. All right, big breath in, full breath out. Let's start with the right leg crossing over the left. So option here to take that figure 4 that we were just in a few moments ago, or you can cross the thighs. So kind of like you're in this deep cross-legged position. I'm going to keep my foot on this prop that I have here, my grounded foot. Just noticing that foot wherever you are. You just want to stay grounded through that foot. And then I'm going to take a block and place it so my right toes can rest on it. And that just increases that kind of grounded sensation, okay? You can also take your right foot and try to wrap it behind your left ankle or your left calf. That feels really constricting to me, so I'm not going to do that. Lift up your chest and then stretch your arms out into a T. Maybe even the shoulders shrug up a little bit to make some space. Right arm under the left. Give yourself a hug or free the arms, wrap them together and bring the palms to touch. All right? So either way is fine. This is your eagle pose. So just sensing this kind of perching action, like you're ready to take some flight. Let your breath slow down here. What qualities does an eagle have? Sharp, graceful, soaring, whatever comes to mind, just letting that be your point of meditation for the next few breaths. And let's take flight here, slowly unraveling your arms wherever they're coming from. Sweep them up like they're flowing through the air here. And then lean to one side. So just leaning, soaring here. And let's lean to the other side. Maybe your arms kind of move like wings. Finding some movement of the spine. Let's move in both directions once more. Over to one side. Maybe a big breath in. And to the other side. All right, so just when you're ready, you can let that go. You can keep flowing there if you want. We'll just move to the other side. So you can let that leg go. Come back to a neutral place for a moment. Maybe even close the eyes. Notice the earth underneath you. The breath moving in and out. Left leg over the right. Setting up in the figure 4 shape or crossing a little bit deeper. Thigh over thigh. Option to bring your block under your left toes here. I really like that grounding connection. Press your right foot into the ground where it is on the earth. And then lift the chest. Stretch your arms out. Left arm under the right. Give yourself a hug or wrap your arms. Breathing here up into the space between your shoulder blades. Finding your ground, your focus. Slow down your breathing. Inhale. Exhale. And take flight when you're ready. Unravel your arms. Sweep them up. And start to soar here. Just one side arm can lower down, other arm stays stretched up. And soaring to the other side. Breathing in your own way here. One more time on each side. Letting your breath be your guide for your movements. And eventually coming back through the middle. Unravel your legs. Bring the feet down. Take a big breath in. A full breath out. Let's twist to one side, bringing hand to opposite thigh. Look behind you. And breathe. Inhale up into the rib cage. Exhale down to the root, to your root. Release through the center and switch sides. Gentle twist. Look behind you. Let's gently release through the middle. Sit up tall. We'll do a little pranayama practice, and I thought that this would be a fun way to also get in the holiday, the Halloween spirit. This is actually like a kind of like a sound breath. So we'll make the sound on the exhale. So you'll kind of catch on to what it sounds like once we do one round. So let's just take an inhale together. Inhale. Keep going. It's okay if you're not moving at the same pace that I am. You can just inhale when you need to, and then let your exhale be long, steady, smooth ooh sounds. Feel free to play around with the tone, letting your natural tone come out with your exhales. Go ahead and take one more round. Moving at your pace with your own breath. All right. Settling the eyes, either closed or softening your gaze onto something. Your jawline relaxed. Even opening the mouth a bit might be helpful. Little gap in the lips, gap in the space between the back rows of teeth. If you'd like, you could hip walk your way towards the back of your chair, or even come down to lay on the ground if you prefer that for Shavasana. And Shavasana is actually translated to corpse pose. You can think about this practice as coming to a close or even dying in a sense. Taking time to rest and let the lessons of the practice settle with you. And then we wake back up in a few moments and kind of embody that rebirth, that beginning again. Letting yourself be still and quiet. I'll be quiet for the next minute or so. Know that I am still here, and I'll let you know when it's time to wake up. Gently bring awareness to your breath. Noticing your body soft and heavy, supported by the earth. And when you're ready, you can move in any way that feels right for you for waking back up. Slow movements, staying up tall again. If you're lying down, you can sit on the floor, that's fine, or even stay reclined. And gently bring the palms in front of the heart. Taking the next few moments just to sit and be grateful for this practice, its tradition and roots, for all those who came before us that have led the way in this practice. Thank you for sharing in it with me today, and I'll see you next time. Wishing you a happy and safe Halloween. Bye.